to teach Spanish about 5 years ago, and when they got to high school, they'd either do a completely new language or they'd start Spanish from the beginning.
What we were teaching with modern foreign languages was remembering words, remembering phrases, and not necessarily being able to use those in any context.
We thought that Latin would give them a really good foundation.
When children go on to secondary school, it's such a great platform for other language learning.
We also thought Latin linked really well with enhancing our children's vocabulary and also enhancing their grammar knowledge.
We know that it teaches the key concepts of language.
It really helps them with the understanding of the words and concepts that they'll come across.
The links and connections with other subjects and the vocabulary, we just thought this is for us.
We have our Minimus textbooks, which are excellent.
We have this book about Minimus the mouse.
In the house where Flavius and his family live in Vindelande.
And it's a really fun way of learning.
We find it really accessible to all children and to all staff, especially if they're not specialist classics teachers.
We teach it interactively.
And we use our whiteboards in class, and children in particular use lots of mini whiteboards to practice their vocabulary, and it enables the teacher to see that everyone is answering questions correctly all at the same time.
We're able to use a comic strip format.
We have our mouse Minimus.
We use drama and artwork, and we even play games to aid their understanding. So there's lots of fun activities that really engage all children with their learning.
We use the Maximum Classics Latin, which is just fantastic.
Pretty much everything that we need to begin teaching our Latin lessons is available through Maximus.
There's no textbooks, it's all downloadable off the internet.
The lessons are really fun for the children.
It's made up of different slideshows and PowerPoints.
And it gives you that progression across year groups.
Latin is a good subject.
I do enjoy Latin.
It's important because it also expands my vocabulary and language.
If I try to learn any other language, it will be easier.
Latin is accessible for all because everyone starts at the same point.
Our pupils have as much entitlement to a Latin curriculum as any.
We're not differentiating in the terms of excluding any children. All children are being taught Latin.
There's much more space to not have to worry about pronunciation, to not have to worry about accents. And often children struggle with those types of things.
It's fantastic to see children of all abilities and ages access Latin.
Our SEND children, all the way up to our most able children, have been able to access Latin and enjoy the benefits.
Latin works really well in helping to support the teaching of grammar.
And the teaching of word roots and the teaching of the knowledge of where the words come from.
If they've seen a prefix in Latin or a root word in Latin, we make the link between the etymology there.
They're like, oh, that's the reason why that word is that.
They're joining the dots, they're seeing where things are coming from.
I found when teaching it that actually they access the grammar a lot better in the Latin lessons than they do in the English lessons.
Latin across the curriculum is really easy to pull in.
It provides us with the hooks to hook new knowledge onto.
The links to vocabulary, the links to history.
When they come across a word in geography, for example, if it has a Latin root word, we include that there. It can also help us with our maths and our science.
And in horticulture and the gardening club.
And in art. It's endless, really.
So they have all that richness of content bound together in this one subject.
A really good, solid foundation for learning any subject.
We're also cognizant of the fact that when they go on to secondary school and they're studying the classics and reading Shakespeare or learning about the great philosophers, they can draw on their knowledge of Latin to support that learning.
Latin has a real impact on children.
You can see that increased confidence.
They're talking, they're expressive, they're really engaged.
Whereas when they were studying other foreign languages before, they were quite shy or nervous and were worried about saying it wrong.
Our children are really excited when it comes around to Latin.
Our pupils absolutely love their Latin lessons. I see them throughout the week and say, is it Latin on Monday? They're so excited to learn.
When they see Latin on our timetable, we used to get a little yes in the background.
They come in each week and say, oh, I've learnt this word or found this word out.
They have a real buzz and enthusiasm because they are confident at speaking and reading Latin.
They like learning something where they're all at the same starting point and including some of the teachers as well. And they're all going on this learning journey together.
They enjoy the challenge as well.
We've got children doing extra work at home, children who are wanting to go and visit Vindelande.
When they say to their family members, oh, that we learn Latin, I think there's a pride there.
I enjoy learning Latin. It feels good because Knowing that you can learn another language in a short time.
It is quite fun and I look forward to doing it on a Monday afternoon.
I just like challenges. It's fun and tricky and puzzles my brain and it gets it working in the morning.
When we talk through the rationale for choosing Latin, the parents were completely on board.
Parents have had really positive comments.
Parents see value in the children learning Latin because of how it supports them in other ways. So how it supports them in their English lessons, how it's going to support them when they get to high school.
I just think parents are happy with that, and certainly our parents are.
For any schools considering teaching Latin, I would say go for it.
Do it. You certainly won't regret it.
Look at your staff and see what knowledge is already there.
There is lots of support out there.
Connecting with networks of other people who are teaching Latin across the country.
Come and talk to us, talk to a school that's doing it, because we can show you, that the children enjoy it, that there's a really important purpose to it.
It's really easy to train to teach Latin.
Even if you have no prior knowledge.
I was one of those people who'd never been taught it before. I started from scratch.
We used a charity called Classics for All.
An organisation that will give you full training, full funding.
It's fantastic when someone from Classics for All comes in and delivers the training.
There is a level of support that you get.
It just provides a sigh of relief for a lot of staff that might be feeling a little nervous about teaching Latin, because you realise how accessible it is.
We've also had online support where we've been on Zoom calls with other teachers as well who are training.
Don't ever feel out of your depth. The material's really strong, really supportive.
Every time we are trying to teach something new, for example, starting a new textbook, they've come in and given us training that matches that textbook.
The programme teaches you as you go along with the children, and you are learning with the children.
Their training has been fantastic. That we really feel confident now in delivering this programme to the children and for them to get the best out of it.
I just think it's fantastic. I really enjoy teaching it. It's in fact one of my favourite lessons now to teach, and the children love it too.
Latin is amazing and you should just go through it.
For me, it's a no-brainer.